Hello, I am Ruthberg, and welcome to my little game design idea. So before I did a video on Besieged, the other video game. It has its own little thing in my channel dedicated to it. But this is another game I've made. This one's called Hoager's Hord. The principle of this is it's heavily inspired by Nazi zombies, from World at War, or I guess just zombies in general, because the only one that has Nazi zombies is that one small map on World at War, Call of Duty. But it's a similar concept to that. Basically, you're within a map, and there's weapons you can buy from money that you get from killing the creatures that are up here. I say creatures because not all of them are zombies. There's my own custom creatures going on here with their own lore behind them, which is connected to another part of this server that's a whole massive game that I've not gotten to sharing yet, because there's a lot to that. But basically, you start off with some basic gear. So this gets you on the correct team, faction-wise. And this is your starting gear: a bloody club and some stake. It's unbreakable, 3 damage. This is how you get in the same team. These are all of the, I guess you can call them merchants. This is or at least they're NPCs that are set up as merchants. They're not aggroed by either the creatures or by you. They can't take damage. They can't interact with anything. But basically, they act like the walls that have like guns on them in like zombie game mode of Call of Duty. You can like buy weapons from these with the currency you earn. There's also a massive redstone clock. So this is infinitely ramping. This is on roughly a 2-minute cycle. Let's see, where's the pulse right now? There's the pulse. Okay, so yeah, it's a little wonky. This was the first redstone clock I ever made in my life, so it's way bigger than it has to be. I learned that and corrected that kind of behavior, this weird behavior, with the besieged clock. I realized you can put things side by side. This was a little experiment I did off to the side, and I realized I could make this way more compact, but I already built all of that already, so I just left it. But yeah, so there's the little pulse. Whenever that goes through, it spawns a variety of special NPCs I've created. These are all different types of spawners. Each spawner will spawn its unique creatures that's within it. So right now, it just added that many spawners to the map. There's 3 different classes of spawners. Let me grab a wand and a cloning device. So there's another redstone clock up here that periodically gives food, and this spawns other spawners. These are down there is all class 1 spawners. So every 2 minutes, all the basic stuff gets higher. So this gets harder not by not increasing the toughness of the creatures. It gets harder by increasing the quantity of creatures. I've had this get up to 1,000 creatures in here before this, and I guess within Hoager's Horde is the mini game. And I'll show you the inside when I'm done talking about the creatures. So there's different types of spawners. Let's see what tiers. Bone Soldier. Here. Bramble Mail. Okay, 11. Here we go. Okay, so these are the different spawners. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, and they each spawn their own special creatures. This is the basic creature, the Risen. This is the one that's most common spawn, just basically a zombie with 22 health. No resistance. I just felt like making it basic. He does like 4 damage, they walk really slow. Basic creature. They drop 1 gold nugget. But then there's... And all these creatures are custom by me, in case you're wondering. Let's see here. There's the Trog Fighter. This guy's a problem. There's also kind of inspired by the whole like zombie game mode. There is inventories that he drops stuff. So he drops gold, but he also drops with like kind of a reference to magic items in zombies. Like he drops like a potion of strength. I don't have anything that's like insta-kill, but like having a 260% more attack damage makes you a lot more potent. There's a chance he drops a regeneration potion, splash harming, and swiftness. Like every mob has a chance of dropping these. Obviously, the higher tier of the mob, the higher the chance of dropping goodies. He, however, the Trog Fighter, is guaranteed to drop a strength potion. So like the elite creatures have like certain drops that are guaranteed. The Crypt Crawler, he's the only one he actually has a unique drop to only him. He can drop a splash potion of level 2 poison. That's super helpful. He's got 24 health, and he has pretty good resistances too. Let's see here. Yeah, like 30, 60, 21, yeah. The Trog fighter also has a lot of resistances. There's also a Trog thrower. He throws boulders. Trog thrower. He's guaranteed to drop a splash potion of harming. He's not as tanky as the Trog fighter because he doesn't have any armor, but his boulders deal like 10 damage or something like that. Then we have, let's see here, Augmented Tormented Soul. He gives regeneration to all of the enemy monsters. So he's a huge problem. He also catches you on fire when he hits you, I believe. Let's see here. Options, yeah. He catches you on fire for 6 seconds when he hits you. So he's a... You really want to focus these guys, because the fact that they can regenerate all their allies, it's like 5% of their maximum health every 10 seconds. And it stacks. So when there's 4 of those guys, it'll do 20% of their health every 10 seconds then. So you really want to focus on taking those guys out. They are problematic. Now the actual, like, game, and I'll show you the shop keeps and whatnot too, but basically, I synced up, these are the shopkeepers. So when you TP to the dungeon, it sends a signal to this, and that, all doing a variety of things. It's setting it to daytime, so the timer's set up, but it also spawns all these guys. You can come in here. I can spend 16 gold to get the shurikens. They're a projectile, cheap projectile to start the game with. I come over here, buy some fire protection armor, which is useful because in this map there's a lot of fire. And the fact that there's a creature that can catch you on fire, you can see the benefits. Nothing's spawning right now because they're not currently aggroed. As you can see, there's quite a few right here. What's going on? It's weird. So there's a giant redstone clock that's always ticking. Alright, there's another one in there. So let me just go into survival mode real quick, so you can kind of see how this works. Right. Yeah, I'll just go up here. Actually, I think I already have it in my survival. Okay, there we go. So there. Zombies have spawned. And they're coming now. And basically, your goal is to survive as long as possible, just like in zombies. Things are a little buggy. I don't know why they jump so much. But, like, basically the zombies start coming in. And you need gold to get better weapons and armor. So this is kind of how it starts. It's just the zombies. There's not usually this many spawners. I think I forgot to delete. Oh, as I was showing you all the stuff, these spawners, like, the clock was still going. That's why there's so many. So every roughly 2 minutes, there's 6 spawners added, maybe a little more, I forget the exact numbers. But every spawner, at least the, oh boy, the level 2 spawners, or level 1 spawners, I mean, they'll spawn 2 or 3 risen. So basically, just slowly ramps, it gets more and more creatures, and every 15 minutes, every day cycle, when it hits day, that's when all the special ones get spawned. So let me just... There we go, all dead. But when it hits day, that was this whole cycle. So that's a daylight sensor, and that spawns the special spawners, the tier 2 ones. And then you just survive for as long as you can. There is one more mechanic I forgot to show. There is like a revive system. I'm considering changing its location. Honestly, none of my games are ever like really finalized. There's always things I like to change and tweak over time. But up here, if you like climb the stairs and then you climb the tower, you can then bring back your allies by activating this. The way it works is it basically teleports everyone right here. Because when you die, you end up back in the lobby, is how it works. So then, when you activate this, it teleports all players that are within the loaded chunks. When I say lobby, not like a shared lobby of the whole server, but like the lobby that's for this minigame. When you're in this area, only this area is loaded at a time. And so, it would teleport all players in this loaded area to this area here. But yeah, you just use the currency. Like up here, you can buy a crossbow. This hits for like 30, there we go, 31 damage it hits with. So you can one-shot those regenerators. That's like kind of the main purpose of the crossbow. It shoots super slow. It's sort of like if you watch my Besiege video of that minigame, it's similar to that crossbow. It just does a little more damage than that crossbow to make sure it can one-shot those augmented tormented souls. Also, why augmented tormented souls is actually connected to the lore that I've written for this world, which is part of a whole nother minigame or I guess not really a minigame, but that's like actually the main purpose of the server, is for this whole like role-playing world that I've created with all sorts of maps and dungeons you can explore. And those will have their own videos too, and I'm still working on the lore. I don't know how much I'll be sharing so far. I do want to make a video series and like really write it out, because right now it exists only in Minecraft books, and it's a little half-assed because writing in Minecraft books is so painful. So I'm working on actually translating it all to like Word docs. I have well over 100 pages already translated. But you guys will learn about that in time. But this is the Hoager's Hord, just a little, this is just a mini game. But I really like it. I like the aesthetic of it. It's very dark and mysterious, and it kind of feels like you're gonna die, which is kind of the purpose. Like, it's like you are under Hoager's thumb. Like, he is trying to destroy you. This is a fort that you're trying to hold out in for as long as you can. So, and it's fun. I mean, it's like Nazi zombies, and it's, I don't know, I have fun with it, and a couple of my friends like it, so I know it's fun. And if you haven't seen the Besiege video, the way I'm able to do this is through a combination of a few mods. World Edit, because it helps with building massive stuff, obviously. I'm also using the Nope's custom NPC mod. It's currently handled by someone else now. I forget what name they go by. And I'm also using Tinker's Construct to make like custom weapons and whatnot with their own stats and things like that. Within the custom NPC mod, there is the possibility to script your own items and make them look the way you want, do the stats you want, and do things way beyond what Tinker's Construct can do. But I suck, essentially, is what it comes down to. I'm not very good at scripting, and I find it very boring and very frustrating. So I don't learn it very well. So this is kind of my compromise with being able to still... I'm more of an idea person than I am an actual doer, I guess, when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, it's just something about coding and scripting is just, oh, it's painful. I don't like it. But anyway, this is Hoager's Horde. This is the gist of it. And basically, whenever you're done, or if you die, you can just return back to the lobby. And there you go. So, I hope you like it. I think it's kind of cool. I had fun making it. I had fun sharing it. But let me know what you guys think and what little changes I can make, or if you have any tips and tricks to help me with scripting and whatnot. I would love to get that. Thanks, and goodbye.